Why, hello everybody. Welcome on back to another brand new video. Yours truly, me. I am Devin-Foxy, remastered. Yours truly, me. The real Devin-Foxy, remastered. And the real, always, the real Devin-Foxy, remastered, is here to say that, well, welcome back to another brand new video. And speaking of that, well, unfortunately, I've still been trying to wake my eyes up the whole time, so don't worry about my eyes. I just have to still keep waking it up a little bit, so just to let you guys know, don't put any pressure on me. Just because I am actually a little bit tired doesn't mean I have to work a little bit endlessly of making late videos at night or making videos at some other points whenever I have to just get like my free time and just have to do that and stuff, so yeah, I don't want to kind of be hearing any complaints from anybody else in the comments or just anything else that might be on my Discord or whatever that, well, I'm not going to get into exactly because, I just don't want to hear any fighting out there since I just really want to be like trying to wake myself up, just see what I want to do and just spend my time and just make videos easily since that's what I've always been doing. And I actually want to appreciate to the people who actually, gave me a lot of views exactly and gave me a few likes. I actually do appreciate to a lot of people who actually were like doing amazingly. I actually will appreciate very much. And I actually been getting a lot of views lately. I've been getting like a lot of K views lately. You have a sense when I was looking at my YouTube studios earlier, I actually just got more K views. I just got like a 225K views or something. Like if I was being correct or mistakenly, that I have like I'm like 2.5K views. I'm like, wow, that's just crazy, dude. That's crazy. I actually will give that a good thumbs up of credit. That actually is amazing. Which that's what I actually will be saying there. So really great job, mate. Really great job. And like I said, there is more water I have in the bag anyways, since that's why I always have to drink every day, Just always get the water, since I always have to be the one being, hydrated and stuff. And just pretty much just move my body around and just do what I gotta do, pretty much like any other usual. So, yeah, that's all I would have to do is just kind of move my body around. Just have to move my body around. So, anyways, here are the votes, by the way, which I never gotten some votes on my YouTube poll exactly. I only just got was on my Discord poll exactly, my Discord poll of course. Well, on Discord exactly, here are the votes that I actually got, and I may actually will probably be adding that on my YouTube post. Yes, that'll actually be telling everybody what the votes were exactly and what even really did happen, since that's why I'm going to barely end the voting on my YouTube poll exactly, since, I'm just going to probably end it exactly and maybe we'll declare the winner that 2 wins exactly. Of course, that, well, here's what I'm going to say on the votes that I may actually will be declaring. So here's what I'm going to say exactly. So here's what I'm going to say. Now, for right now, everybody that we have on the poll, we have like 6 votes. That's only going to just be clear me as myself as an individual. That also had voted the poll, since that's why I'm actually be like picking a poll that actually wins something. Because I'm always like the guy who actually picks the last vote and counts the vote in, even if it's a random decision or maybe not so much random. Because like I said, I do not want ties to be in a tiebreaker, because at this point, it's just like waiting something. You have to be in a line getting like an ice cream cone, to see what you could break the tie out of. If you can break a tie out of anything, you can barely get like one vote in there and then just be done with the vote, and that will be it. So here's what I will say from third to first exactly, like backwards to front. So here's what we have on the poll. So I said on my poll, I said was, here is another poll about this one right here. And what do you guys think? And this will only be about my old Angry Birds plush videos. And please be sure to vote on my channel's poll, which is my YouTube poll, that most likely pretty much I got like 2 likes exactly but there weren't a few votes that were counted in since I had like one vote actually added for a third vote. That was number three. So we're gonna basically move right along to this one anyway, since we're gonna continue. And then the Discord poll too. That way it would help me a lot. Thanks. And then here's what the results says. So on the results we have from number one says me to be reacting to my Angry Birds plush videos had gotten one vote and 17%. I'm like, wow, 17%. I like it. I really do kind of say 17% isn't that bad on the one vote since, hey, I mean, declare or whatever exactly is just like, at least it's not at zero or anything, which that's what I'll be appreciating too. Exactly to say is like, hey, I mean, at least it's not at zero though, which I could be really be giving that as a little bit of okay statement on that question. But will be a fair person to ask and says that's fair. I actually will say it's fair. Now here we go on the next one exactly on number three. We already have here exactly is that it says wait for another video when the time comes soon. If you guys do know what it means exactly, it means that you might have to wait for another video that will still be on one or near two. Exactly. It also means it's a random vote, which means it's specifically either another person adding two or one. Actually, in that claim, by actually selecting something randomly. It actually will give you a decision exactly that if you pick number three, it gives you a random vote and then actually adds a random vote by actually you at deciding two or one could be highly at best to be reaching the only vote it could be reaching into. So that's what I would admit to say that it will only be that choice. And then here's the last one we have. So number two we have is 3 votes, which I also did meant to say on the third number was that it had 2 votes and 33%. So here's the second vote we already have on number two. So number two we have is me and my fans, which means you guys, to be reacting to my Angry Birds plush videos. So here's what it says. It has 3 votes, which also has me and 2 other people in there, and has 50%. Let's go. 50 to 50. Or should I say it's just 50 anyway? I did not meant to say 250s. I meant to say just 150. So, again, wow. I'm like, big shocking wow. I'm like, pretty much like wow indeed, since I'm like saying is wow. Nice. Anyway, 50%. Let's go. 50 bamming percent. So before I'll say anything here on the 50%, I'm like, wow, did it really just happen on 50%? I'm like, oh my god. I mean, that is so cool that I'm actually saying is like, yo, that is freaking cool, man. I mean, I'm gonna get basically mad of like my fans hopping onto my stream and then myself exactly will be doing a reaction collab together. I'm like, yes, baby. Even though I may laugh a little bit, which I'm pretty a little bit honestly excited, and that actually that good reason. I'm like, thank you for actually picking number two. I was actually saying two at the same question, but I actually will say that's a fair enough reason to say that it's just a good simple reason, since I've never kind of smiled like that before, which oh, it feels so good to just be like, yes, thank you. I'm like, thank you. Which, there's always an old saying when my papa exactly used to do this, like he would go like, it's just a funny thing exactly when he does that kind of part exactly. Like, I think I have to say my papa was actually kind of funny exactly, which, he was pretty awesome exactly, but yeah, those were the days. Those were the days I ever like spend time with my papa exactly. But as I said, I'm probably gonna say that he was always a good person exactly, and always in every good reason. I'd say that he was always a very good person. Always like a good person in my family. Always like a good person. And then exactly his favorite character, he always says that his favorite character is Luigi. He literally likes the secondary character, which I really do say that I actually would agree to say is like, I just want to be sharing my thoughts and just sharing my reasons to anybody exactly. Pretty much my papa exactly, Papa Bill exactly, I have a papa exactly, but as I just said, he kind of likes the character Luigi. He kind of likes it when he said was like, "Oh, Luigi." I really never actually memorized the voice before when he said that. I mean, it's been a while since it's been a lot of years actually. Since now we're currently in the 2020s exactly. Since that we're kind of in right now, but man, it's just so damn long time ever since I've actually think about that before in a long time, which it kind of really is a long time actually. It really was a long time. But at this point, it just really was a long time actually, just to be fairly noted, just to say that's another reason. And then I kind of like the way after when he got a little bit mad after when I just kicked his butt in every Mario game I just did. I'm like saying was like, "Gosh darn it!" Or whatever that voice he kind of does. I just didn't kind of remember. He said was like, "Would you knock it off?" Like I just didn't know. Seriously, I really do want to share a little bit amount of moments just to make you guys laugh or just enjoy a little bit of memories. Exactly how I actually do remember my good person in my family. Exactly, that's my papa. Exactly, but as I said, yeah, he was always like a great person of mine. Exactly, but yeah, so that's all I would say. But just to let you guys know, I really do want to say it's just been a while ever since oh, it's just been a long time just seeing my papa exactly. Just been a long time. Even though it's kind of sad actually, after my papa actually has 5 years of dementia exactly, which, oh, trust me, dementia is not a fun thing to have exactly, which, I mean, everybody does have that in times and times again, which it always happens every day, which again, is everybody going to probably be either side to this side? Well, it's just two differences that more likely anybody could simply agree to disagree to. Exactly, which, again, it could be theory enough for some people, exactly, which I could barely help some people. But whenever it's too much, I'm like, yeah, sorry, buddy. Get the heck away from me. I'm sorry. Get out. Which, again, I really sometimes would say there's a different way of me explaining to another from another exactly, which that's all I would say, but that's all I would say. Now, I know I'm sorry I actually wasted a little bit of time exactly about me explaining this for like 13 minutes exactly of me explaining about the good memories with me and my papa exactly. We used to play some Mario games back in the time, around like the teens exactly, around the 2000 teens and stuff. When I was back when I was like, oh, when I was back in high school and then probably back in from like high school exactly, just in like pretty much in that reason, whenever I was back into those days, it was like a long time actually. Like, my papa had to spend a few nights in the hotel apartment exactly in the complex, and my apartment, like, my apartment was like 527 actually. I think it was like building 5 or 6, which I couldn't remember. I think it was like building 5 or 6 whenever I was in my apartment complex, whenever I was like in the middle floor exactly when I was making content back in the day. That's when I had to make videos. Whenever I was at 527, the hotel number I was in. Yeah, I was actually having a great time exactly when that was amazing. So, yeah, that actually really did brought some memories. That's all I would say in my answering that question. But, man, it was actually pretty good that I actually just spent a lot of time there. So, yeah, pretty much. Alright, so anyways, back to my point exactly, and back to my point, what I'm saying right here is that, well, here's what I'm gonna say here, is that, well, since we did have like a little bit of time exactly about kind of explaining like for 13 to 14 minutes, actually, so here's what I have to say in this video is that today we're going to probably do a video of me actually like, showing you guys my boxing gloves. I just actually did made a video in my vlog channel lately since I've already did that. But this time, guys, I actually will show you guys something that actually was impressive to me exactly, that I would be impressed to exactly that, would actually make fair sense. But here's what I might say. Even though that there will be an extra clip for you guys to watch exactly, by me, being silent while I had to like throw some punches exactly, it's not at the camera or anything. It was just only for something very interesting. So here's what I can say in this example exactly, of course, is that, well, let's just say I've actually just thrown some punches, lately just to give you guys some demonstrations of how I actually was doing. Even though I didn't get the time of my space exactly, which I should have filmed that in the fighting room next door in my bedroom, which I really should have filmed that, but there was no other choice for me to like, oh, just to like get things similar quiet or similar things were allowed in the background if that was necessarily or wasn't to be necessarily, but I just didn't have a choice to probably make that reason. So there's a saying to everything else of me saying this. Here's a saying. Once something I have to do, there's always something that I may will try and something that I will figure something next time. So that's what my saying would be. It's just that reason is that, well, even if it was too late, then just respect the way how I would make a decision of my very own decision to make something even a different reason to. So here's what I'll say this, is that I'll show you guys the clip and then I'll still continue talking with once the clip is already over exactly, then I could probably explain about like why I have the boxing gloves. So let's just get to that point right now, since that will give you guys a little bit of entertainment while that's going, since at the very end, please be sure to pay attention exactly that you guys may enjoy. And oh yes, there will be something cool that I might show you on the top left or top right exactly, that I might be writing or something, which I don't know exactly, but we'll see where that happens or where that goes. But enjoy the video, guys. Enjoy the clip of my very own clip, which it'll actually be in the same thing as my vlog channel, but anyways, if it doesn't reach 15 minutes to that actually. So let's get on with that. Let's just do that. And let's just really do that right now and here and there. So let's just get into that, so that way we won't have to like waste our little bit amount of time by me explaining a little info or too much information of TMI exactly, of too much information for yada yada yada. But whatever that's being said, let's just move on along without that more likely being said to say anything else. Let's just get on with the clip. So roll the cue. So yeah, that's the clip, everybody. That's the clip of me exactly of pretty much doing this and that exactly while I was in the dark. So if you guys have any questions on that clip exactly, then you guys can probably talk to me exactly about why I've even made that video exactly on that clip. Is that, well, let's just say I actually made that off recording exactly and just did something a little bit interesting, but I had to be the one like zipping my mouth exactly. Of course, that it actually gives you guys a amount of good reasoning to why I was being quiet, because I usually sometimes always like to be the one talk sometimes, but whenever I have to be this zipped and silence, it means that I had to like do something, a little bit more creative and a different standard. Which that's what I was doing exactly. Like that's what I was doing. That I was like doing that and this and that exactly, just throwing punches exactly, which correction exactly. I have always sometimes just usually did what I had to do at best at every way else exactly. So let's get on with this exactly. So, anyways, also here's a good reason I want to say to let you guys know exactly is that yeah, so I want to say I do want to thank my trainer exactly that, that got me my boxing gloves, that actually was the red ones. And oh yes, trust me, red suits me very well. The reason why I've always liked red. Now, it's always a very good reason and very good absolute explanation why I like the color red is because, and that reason why do I like red is because it was always my favorite color, because it's just like my favorite color and stuff, because I've always like, like the color and find it probably pretty much like interesting. So that's just all I had to say. It's just like, just to make that interesting and see what you guys thought about that. So that's all I have to say. Now, here's what I want to show you what it looks like by any chance, everyone, is that, well, let's just get the straps first. And then here's what I would show you guys right here. So, yeah, even though it's sweaty or not sweaty, just let you guys know I've always been in the gym, because it's just always going to happen like every Monday through Wednesday, so that's all it just is exactly. But also, here's an interesting question. If anybody does like this question, how about if you guys actually do like me doing reaction videos while wearing my boxing gloves from each hand? So remember, my boxing glove cannot touch the screen, because the reason why it can't touch the screen is because it's due to the lack, because it's pretty big. You know, it just wouldn't hit the click thing exactly. It wouldn't hit the click recording, because all it would do is just punch and punch, without clicking anything. So that's the only reason why I have to be one-handed with the boxing glove, while mine is like this right here. While it's still red exactly, I'm always the one wearing these. It just only gets my hands a little bit more of a grip exactly. So that's all I would have to let you guys know in that reason. So yeah. Now, here comes another one. Here we go. Let's do that. And then let's do this. There it is. Right there, everybody. Right there. And then here's the boxing glove. Exactly. And here's what it looks like. This is called R. It's called Ring R Side. And that reason why I like that name of that title is because, and that reason why do I like that title? The reason why I like that title exactly is because the title is actually pretty good. I will be very honest. And I'll be pretty much like the only person who's honest at this point, that I'm like, it's just pretty good, okay? I really do like the way how it's awesome and all. I just like how it's awesome, very good, very interesting, which, if you guys always know why it's very loud, trust me, when I open the straps, it's gonna be loud as shit, okay? It'll be loud as hell. It'll be loud as the F word, which I know I'm gonna say the F word anyway, which I hopefully won't, but it just will make that damn noise, because it just always does that, because it's a part of boxing, and that's what it's always like to be having boxing gloves. So, that's always, it's going to be loud. So, again, guys, it might be my best pleasure, or my best advice, or worst advice, Trust me. It could be either which way, which I don't even give a crap at this point anyway. So, yeah, it's pretty much how it's going to be right there. So, here we go. And as in for right here exactly, here's what we're going to do about this. And here's some advice I can also let you guys know too while wearing this boxing glove. So, here we go. Here's what I'm going to do right here. So, watch. I'm going to do this. When I do this, it pushes my hand inside the boxing glove because it looks pretty cool. So if you guys do like this boxing glove right here that I'm wearing, then that actually is the most amazing thing I ever wear. So this, by the way, is my boxing glove, the very red boxing glove. And then hopefully you guys do consider enjoying that exactly. So yeah, I pretty much have to say it's still amazing, which that's what I'll be saying at least. So yeah, it pretty much is. So if you guys actually do like the boxing gloves, trust me, the boxing gloves are a very amazing, well fit color. Now, here's another one. Alright, so here it is. And it's going to be loud as shit again, which will be loud as fuck almost every one or a few other times, which I know I might still swear a few amount of times. Just trust me, I've always said way much more differently than others, so trust me. It's a different extent. Whatever, sometimes it depends with me swearing or not swearing at all, since again, it's just sometimes I have to live like most likely anything sometimes just to say whatever I have to say, as long as it's not the higher ones. Then that's where I'm staying at the middle. That's where I'm just staying at the middle part and lower one too. Not high, just on the middle. That's it. Just of me depending of swearing. So here we go. Here comes another loud noise, which this will be loud enough. So here it is. 1, 2, and whenever I have this face, trust me, whenever I have this face, it's gonna know what I'm gonna have to do this now. Just taking that strap off the boxing glove, so. Yep, that's why I'm saying I'm a very funny guy. Interesting, hilarious, funny guy. And then also a guy who does voice impressions. There you go. 1, and a 2, and a 3. There you go. Now we're gonna do this. And don't mind the hair that blows in my face every time when it's the fan, so I just need some fresh air when it gets to my body anyway, since I really do need body freshen anyway, since that's all I really need right now. So here's what I'm gonna do. Is that whenever I do this, everybody, you know I'm gonna do this. Whenever I do this, everybody, it's when I do this. It means put those hands up or you're gonna get boxed. It only means me. I have like a different move of rhythm since, what? I'm gonna probably do this anyway. Just, all right, that's better. That's better. So here's what I'm gonna do. Is that once I do this, everybody, I'm gonna do this. So here we go. 1, 2, and 3. So once I do this, everybody, I want to let you guys know and also tell you guys is this. So here's what I'm going to say is that once I do this, once I told you guys about exactly when I do this, it means I'm going to be ready for the charge. It means, come here, son. You're going to get boxed? Come on over here. You're going to get punched by Devin-Foxy, which means it's me, that I'm going to punch whoever it is. I'm not saying it's on anybody. I'm just saying it's for an expression. That's only a reason for something entertaining what I'm saying. When I'm doing this, everybody, like 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5, it means, oh yeah, come on, buddy. You're going to get boxed. Come here. Yeah, you just come here. You come on here now. Which, I mean, I'm always a funny guy when I say that exactly because, I'm just more of an entertainer. Just like to say is like, oh, I just like to entertain people. Which that's what I've always liked doing ever since I've been on YouTube. So that's what my favorite dream is to do, is just entertain people. And also do voice acting almost every single time. So I'm always pretty a funny person when you get to know a person. So once I do those like 4 or 5 times or just one time exactly for general, it means I do this exactly. It means, come on, buddy, let's fight. Come on now. I'm gonna box you. I'm gonna box you to give you a 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a random punches everywhere. Just random shit of punches. But anyway, that's what my point is. Just to let you guys know, that's just only my theory, my point exactly of me using the boxing gloves. And oh yes, I do want to thank my trainer who actually gave me these boxing gloves as a gift. Ordered it on Amazon and actually just gave it my own personal boxing gloves, my very own professional boxing gloves. That was my favorite, and I have to say, thank you so much to my trainer who actually gave me the boxing gloves. Which, I mean, again, it's just my trainer that got me the boxing gloves, which I really am happy, since I really am happy for the first time having my own personal boxing gloves. But as I said before, I'm not going to mention the name exactly by any reason. It's just a trainer who actually just, that I've always been learning in the boxing class lately, since I've been learning pretty well in the gym since I'm just getting a little bit of work exactly of punching the bag lately and just doing everything else exactly, which again, some parts are going to be easy and some parts will never be that easy. Because trust me, when I say hard stuff is hard for me, I'm saying is, hell no, buddy. I'm not doing that crap. I'm not doing that crap. You don't expect me to do that crap? I'm just going to do the easy crap. How would we say is like, I'm doing the easy crap and then I'm not doing the hard crap. I'm just making that as a funny joke, which if any of you guys want to laugh at the way how I said it, then it's just, oh, how funny I am to say is like, oh, it's just a joke. Just remember, it's just a joke. Nothing serious to be personal, but it's just a joke. And don't get that messed up just because I said it was a joke otherwise. But anyways, what I'm saying to the point here exactly is just that, man, I'm so happy that I actually have the boxing gloves for the very one time that I ever had these boxing gloves in my life. I love this name called Ring R Side. It's just like it gets a good name of detail. It's just like saying it's like, hey buddy, you want a ring? And then you want to have an R and then have a side in it. Get it? It's a rhyme, however I rhymed three of those things. Added those to be rhyming. But what I could really prefer to say is that I just love the damn name of the boxing name of it. I just really do. I really do like that. Really much. So that's all I would have to say to let you guys know. I'm pretty happy that I got the boxing gloves for the first time. And then as in for reaction videos with the boxing gloves, let's just say I might have to try with the other hand, except I have to do like the one thing exactly to just like have this one right here and then the other one not on the other one. So that's all I would have to say from each hand that I might have to wear for like whatever exactly, whatever you guys feel like that exactly, enjoy that more likely. But yes, there could be a video where I could have that exactly in that discussion, whenever we could have that. But for as of for now, remember, I can't wear both boxing gloves that is in a reaction video, because at this point I can't take the boxing glove off, because one, if I take it off, it actually means that the boxing glove would punch like this. It wouldn't actually just give like a finger just to like scroll the mouse and just stop the video recording, because it would actually will kind of ruin it actually for the moment. It will actually ruin it. But at this point, I'm only otherwise to be smart enough to just use like one specific hand. One specific hand on this boxing glove, and then the other one without the boxing glove. So that's all I would have to do it, and that's all I have to just make it up for that and make it up for it. So that's all I would have to say, and will admit to say that part. So, anyways, I am Devin-Foxy Remastered. Thank you all very much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe to the bell to be notified. If you guys have any questions, well then, I'll let you guys know by the end of the day, and we'll see you guys again in the next time. So, I am Devin-Foxy Remastered, and that's all you guys have to know, that I actually finally got the boxing gloves for the very absolutely the first time I ever got the boxing gloves. So yes, I am 10 out of 10 happy and 100% happy that I have my very own boxing gloves to practice and will be able to punch whatever I can punch, anything. So just remember, I'm only using that for practice in the gym, or just using it for combat, or whatever, using it for any reason that I will be sure to defend myself with any other reason to defend myself. Because I do have a right to defend myself at any reason if, again, I have a different logic. So with that being said, I am Devin-Foxy Remastered. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye, everyone. Peace out and sign on out. See you next time.